Okay, hi. We're Dave and Veronica Kohlmeyer, and thank you for coming to our website. Probably most of you were invited here by us, so thank you for coming, and thank you for taking some time to learn a little bit more about us and about our journey as God is calling us to Uganda, Africa. So we are parents of 4 kids.
Yes, we have Grace. She is almost 15. Daisy is 12. Thomas is 9, and Lucy's 5.
We got a couple pets.
Yeah, we have Duke, and Duke is our dog, and Lola is a brand new potbelly pig.
2 goldfish.
No, 4 goldfish. 2 are upstairs. You didn't realize.
We got a lot of kids and pets. So.
And the 3 youngest are all homeschooled. But yeah, we do. And Grace is she is a freshman at Lowell High School. They're all in sports. She's in volleyball. They're all in soccer. It's busy. It's fun, and we love it. And been homeschooling for about 7 years, and I taught high school English for about 8 years. Long time ago. Yeah.
So we go to Ada Bible, Ada Bible Church.
Love
here in
that.
Michigan. We've been there for 12 years and been really involved with everything from couples, small group leaders to men's, women's groups.
MOPS groups. You were on staff.
On staff for a year as a small group pastor, and just we've had a great time there. We have a great church family, and just we're really blessed to be a part of that church.
We love it. Our small group just left a few minutes ago.
Right, Sunday night. So I guess what we're trying to say is that we're really blessed in a lot of different ways. I enjoy my job. We really enjoy our life here. But God's kind of calling us to something completely different, and so we're thankful to share that with you and to talk a little bit about our journey.
It's overwhelming and scary, all of that
all the above. So we'll rewind the tape. 5 years ago, we read a book by Francis Chan called Crazy Love, and that book was really kind of a catalyst for us to really see how God views our faith and how we should be living it out. And it was really a crisis for us to kind of try to come to grips with how we were going to serve God and what we were going to do. And
how He really, truly wants us to be a Christ follower, a disciple of His. And I've been a Christian for, it feels like my whole life, since I was about 6. And I really struggled with what does the Lord want from me now? What does He want from us now for the rest of our lives? What is our, His purpose for our life? And the scriptures just came alive to us through that book.
And really, specifically to us. I mean, I don't think that everybody's called to move to Uganda. I think, we certainly were struggling with, Lord, we really feel like it's here. We want to do ministry here. We're involved here. But it really kept coming back to He wanted us to go. And for us to go was the only way He was going to get us to kind of free ourselves from the reliance of our society and of our culture and of our comforts. So
for us, that's what we feel like the Lord wanted us to do.
So that was 5 years ago. I read that book, great book for a lot of people. So 3 years ago, we were at a parenting conference put on by Focus on the Family. It was a simulcast, and we were out in Hudsonville at a church. And behind us, there was a guy sitting there by himself on a laptop, which is kind of odd.
Which we thought it was sad. We thought, I wonder, by himself. So we decided to sit with him at lunch because he was by himself.
So his name was Tim Sledrick. And we got to know Tim at lunch, and Tim told us the story of how he was a missionary in Uganda, and they worked with kids who were in the Lord's Resistance Army, which wasn't a Christian army, but it was a regime that would come and take kids from their families and put them into this military, kind of a terrorist group. Just horrific stories, sad stories, compelling stories, and just an amazing...
You were shocked sitting there.
Incredible need for Christ there, an incredible need for people that love other Christians and wanted to pour into them. So Tim's telling us the story. It's just amazing. And
we were, the average age is 15 there. And we just couldn't believe it. It's nothing like any of us have experienced here.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where like, oh, dude, that's awesome for you. We'd love to support that, but going to a third world country, I mean, he didn't ask us, but we weren't offering to go either. But we thought, well, we can support that. So maybe a few months later,
he came and spoke at our small group Bible study.
And again, we got more of their story. We got to see a video. It was just heartbreaking. But again, it wasn't.
And we met Angie, and she couldn't be at that Focus on the Family, and we met Angie and a couple of their children that they adopted.
And it wasn't like we felt compelled to go there. Not even a little bit. I know I was completely resistant to that because again, third world country. Okay, no air conditioning. It's hot. It's scary. People
have to
are
be away
dying.
from my family, our family.
No Lake Michigan. I mean,
no Maranatha.
Yeah, a lot.
It'd be really hard.
Oh, makes me tear up a little bit just thinking about it. So we'll fast forward a little bit more. 6 months ago?
Yep, in April.
We had an opportunity to go see Francis Chan. He was out in Holland. And he was there. He was going to give a little talk. And so I thought, wow, that's cool. We've really followed this guy. Let's go see him. And I said to Veronica, I said, you know, honey, when we get there, we know what we're going to hear because he's pretty consistent in his message. I said, are we going to do something about it if we hear it, or are we just going to go enjoy it and not do anything? And I think at that moment, that was that God moment where he had intervened in our lives in both our hearts. And your response was
yes, if that's what the Lord wants us to do. We weren't sure if it meant that Dave and Tim worked together recruiting for Team Beyond, the team that's over in Sorority, Uganda. If that meant him recruiting here and us working for them here.
Yeah, Tim and I had a lot of conversations about that stuff. So we had a lot of ideas about how we could work together and stay here in our comfortable home.
But we finally said, okay, Lord, if this is what you're saying, okay, we got to meet Francis Chan. It was very cool.
Oh, he delivered. I mean, he was exactly who I thought he was. I enjoyed him immensely. It was cool to see him pray the entire time before he spoke. I mean, his head was just down.
Even while his daughter was singing.
It was incredible, and I had a lot of respect for him because of that.
Right.
But that night we said, you know, okay.
At 10:30 at night, and it was a Thursday night, the middle of April. The next morning at 10:30 or 8:30 in the morning, so just 10 hours later.
We had subscribed to Tim and Angie's blog, and there was a blog post that said, we need a homeschool teacher with an English degree. And it just happens that I am married to a homeschool teacher with an English degree.
I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I was so shocked because it was 10 hours later.
Well,
the Lord was answering this answer that we had said yes.
It was crazy really because wild. I think prior to this point, Veronica was sort of blaming me that I'm driving this thing, you know, like, oh, Dave wants to go to Uganda, and I don't know. Well,
I didn't know what Dave was doing.
God wanted to get her involved.
But now the Lord wanted anyway, so
it was her calling.
But now it's again, now it's the whole family calling. The Lord's calling.
So we responded with, we want to get involved. And it took 3 weeks to get an answer back. They were at a conference. They went to Costa Rica, so there was kind of
internet and
the Lord was just teaching us patience through that time. But then we got the answer that, we'd love to have you guys. And
it took 4 months with going through international teams. That's an organization.
Our whole application process, psychological profiles, which apparently crazy is what they're looking for. So
testing, interviews, applications, and international teams is the organization. They just have a wonderful vision and philosophy of, lives and communities transformed by the power of God and bringing people together to help the oppressed. Wonderful Christian organization.
Just coming in with a local church. We do everything through the local church. We're not, coming there to build anything or to do anything. Well, we do a lot, but we do it through passionate Christians who are there in Uganda. So it's an amazing ministry. We're incredibly excited to share this with you.
Our roles are on the Support Us page of the website if you want to read more about our roles.
Well, we'll be doing some homeschooling together from probably 9 till noon, and then after noon into the evening, we'll be doing ministry with youth in the area, doing a street theater,
youth,
working through the church and just building up
a meal.
Oh yeah, just building up all these different opportunities and resources that we have. And then with our church, which is an amazing act of God, they'll be partnering with us and making Uganda as a focus area for Ada Bible Church. So we'll be able to bring missions trips there and to host people.
Which is very exciting.
So super exciting.
Come and visit us there.
We just want to say thank you so much for coming and watching our video. If you have any questions, please contact us. And
here are our kids. Here's a few of our kids.
This is Lucy.
Grace is upstairs doing homework. She's up there. Sorry about that.
Thomas.
And Lucy. And they all watch. I forgot.
All right. Watching.
Thank you for watching.
Let's watch it.